What's good, fam? My name is Joe, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about Machu Picchu. I've been very fortunate enough to be able to travel all around the world, and to be honest, Machu Picchu might be the best place I've ever been to. Is it worth it? How much does it cost? How do you get there? We will get into all that in today's video, so let's get into it. From Colombia, I flew to Lima, Peru, and I spent 3 days in Lima. The city's great. If you have the time, make sure to check it out. I wouldn't recommend going for more than 3 or 4 days. Some people will say to skip it altogether, but in my opinion, seeing Lima and seeing Cusco and comparing the differences, it was super interesting. But some of the best food I've ever had in my life, right? Some of the best dishes ever are right there in Lima, so check out the neighborhoods of Miraflores and Barranco. The flight from Lima to Cusco was about $50 and took an hour and a half. Some incredible scenery looking out the window there, and once you touch into Cusco, boom, the altitude strikes. Let me tell you, altitude sickness, and a lot of people get screwed up from this, they overlook it. It's real, right? You don't know how your body will respond until you get there. So take 2-3 days at least to settle into the altitude, let your body adjust, and you'll have a much better experience at Machu Picchu. The city of Cusco is amazing. It has a much different vibe than Lima, and it's also much cheaper. Great food, amazing people, super friendly atmosphere. There's a lot to do, historical sites, and you feel very, very safe walking around the city. I also did not break the bank when it came to hostels. There's a ton of hostels in Cusco. They're affordable. You have a great time, super friendly staff. They'll recommend different things around the city, and also use Cusco as a stepping stone to all the other sites outside of Machu Picchu, because that's one thing about Peru. There was so much to see and so much to do, and a lot of things are around Cusco, maybe 1, 2, 3 hours away. Hey, check it out, give yourself enough time. All depends on your style of trip and how long you have. So you made it to Cusco, and now you're trying to get to Machu Picchu. What's the next step? Well, you need to get to a town called AGUAS, Calientes. It's right below Machu Picchu, right? And that's where all the buses run from, or if you're gonna take the hike up there, that's your starting point. There are 2 trains that lead to Machu Picchu. Peru Rail, Inca Rail. From experience, I would go with Inca Rail. It's much cheaper usually, and the website of Peru Rail is absolute trash. So skip the headache, take Inca Rail. There are a lot of different train stations around Cusco, but the one most people use and recommend is one called Ollantaytambo. It's about a $1 to $3 bus ride to Ollantaytambo, and that takes about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours. Once you're in Ollantaytambo, boom, you jump on the train. It's about an hour and a half, hour 45 to Aguas Calientes. The view, right, the ride to Aguas Calientes, absolutely stunning. The countryside there, beautiful, beautiful mountains, snow-capped in the distance. You gotta keep your eyes peeled and enjoy the ride. So you've made it to Aguas Calientes. As you'll probably see, there's not a ton to do in this town. It's a quaint town, it's small, really cute, has some great stands, good food, but I wouldn't spend more than 1 day or 1 night in Aguas Calientes. Use it as a stepping stone to rest up, grab like a $10 hostel, and boom, hit Machu Picchu the next day. And that's exactly what I did. My hostel was about $10 US, super comfortable, no issues whatsoever, and that set the tone to be able to wake up early in the morning and get to Machu Picchu. So now from Aguas Calientes, you need to get to Machu Picchu, and most people take the bus. It costs $20 to $30 US, and one of my good friends, John, he recommended taking the hike. Actually, he mandated it. He said he would personally fly down to Peru and kick my ass if I did not do the hike and earn it. So hey, we listened to John, and I'm so glad I did. From the city center of Aguas Calientes, you need to find the road where all the buses go down from, right? So make sure you gather your intel, make sure you know, especially if you're going early in the morning, which road that is, and you follow that road all the way down to the first gate. Going down the road, you'll have the river on your left, you'll pass through a bus station, keep going down to dirt road, no pavement, and then you'll get to the first gate. Once you get to the first gate, you'll cross the bridge, and you'll see where you can take a left-hand turn or a right-hand turn. On the left-hand turn, that's where all the buses go. We're gonna be taking a right. After you take the right, you'll continue down, and you'll see a sign on the left-hand side that indicates the start of the hike. Go up that way. As you're climbing the stairs, there will be about 3 points where you need to cross the road and find the trail again. There are green arrows that indicate exactly where the trail is. It's not too bad, but make sure to also beware of the buses flying down this road left and right. They do not give a shit about you. You don't want to get hit, so stay safe and cross each way with caution. Before we continue, did you know in the Peruvian Andes, the indigenous people speak a language called Quechua? In Quechua, right, Machu Picchu means subscribe below. So hey, if you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. Let's get back to the video. Once you get to the top, you'll look to your right there and you will see the entrance to Machu Picchu. Obviously, everything you just watched there was done in broad daylight, right? The sun was up. I made sure to film all of that for reference points so you could see exactly how you need to do it. However, if you were like me, you did it in the darkness. 4 o'clock in the morning, it was completely pitch black. I woke up at 3:30, got my stuff together, and then boom, was making my way towards the trail in complete darkness. I did have a headlamp on that was absolutely essential, so don't just go with your cell phone. If you're doing the early morning hike, make sure you have a headlamp, it's a game changer. And I got to the gate after about 20 or 30 minutes of walking down the road where all the buses take. I get to the first gate and there's a few other people there waiting for the gate to be unlocked by security. So now it's 4:30 in the morning. My entrance time into Machu Picchu starts at 6 a.m. So I'm eager to get on the trail and get going. Security still has not opened the gate yet. It's getting closer to 5 a.m. now. The crowd continues to grow and the line starts to form. And my biggest tip is get in the front of the line. Be one of the first ones in, because when you get on the trail, if you get stuck behind the traffic, especially as it gets narrow on the stairs, you're gonna end up taking a lot longer than you'd like, maybe get delayed. So be in the front, lead the pack, and tackle those demons. At 5 o'clock, finally, the gates open. Me and two brothers from Portugal are the first ones on the trail. In addition, we have two companions. Two street dogs that were actually right in front of the gate with us, hanging out, just chilling. They joined us on the stairs, and we get going. It is straight uphill, right? It's a never-ending stairmaster, complete darkness, right? We can only see because of our headlamps, and the dogs are leading the pack. However, 5-6 minutes in, the Portuguese start fighting demons. They fall back, but hey, we're Illuminati iron, right? The show must go on. So it's me and two street dogs going up the stairs here. As the sun begins to rise, you still can't really see much, but we continue going and we get to the top together in about 35 minutes. So we've made it to the parking lot. Time to chill, time to relax, time to hydrate, of course, and we're waiting for the entrance ticket booth to open up and get manned. As soon as they open up at 6 a.m. promptly, I hand them my ticket, and then boom, I am the first one in to Machu Picchu, and I follow the signs, I continue towards the ruins, and then boom, as the sun is rising, just peeked up over the mountaintops here, there it is. Machu Picchu, and I am the only one that gets to enjoy this view, and I don't have thousands of my best friends right next to me, right? Love people, but at this hour, soaking it in as the sun is rising, dude, I will never forget this moment. It was absolute insanity, and pictures and videos, they do not do it justice. Trust me on this. Go see it for yourself. You will not be disappointed. So in the first hour, I take time to walk through the ruins, right? Soak in the vibe, take some pictures, some videos, and then I make my way towards Machu Picchu Mountain at 7 o'clock in the morning. Now remember, there are two Picchus that overlook Machu Picchu ruins. You have HUAYNA Picchu and Machu Picchu Mountain. You need a ticket to gain entrance onto these hikes. I had a ticket for Machu Picchu Mountain, so like I said, around 7 o'clock, I make my way towards the entrance. After I sign in with the gate guard who's at the entrance of the hike, I start making my way up towards Machu Picchu Mountain. Every step of the way, you look behind you, you continue to gain elevation, and you have a higher viewpoint over the Machu Picchu ruins, and it is so awesome. But dude, this hike, it's no joke, especially with the altitude. You're fighting demons, your legs are working. I mean, I threw about an inch or two on my glutes just from this hike. It was totally worth it, right? But make sure you bring enough water, sunscreen, and have the appropriate gear to tackle it. After about an hour or so of climbing up towards Machu Picchu Mountain, boom, you're at the peak, you're at the top, and the 360 view, snow-capped mountains in the distance, and of course Machu Picchu below you. You can see HUAYNA Picchu in the distance. Dude, it's life-changing. Get to the top, don't quit. A lot of people stop, they turn around. Don't be that person. So after about 45 minutes of hanging out on the top of Machu Picchu, right, I head my way back towards the ruins and make a stop with the llamas and alpacas. They're chilling out, right? They're super chill, they're doing their thing, really friendly animals. And then I entered back into the ruins, walked around for about 2 to 3 hours, seeing everything. Now remember, there's no informational plaques, right? They don't want people stopping, reading, taking up extra time. They want traffic to continue to flow. It's a one-way direction there across the circuits. So hey, do all your research prior to going to Machu Picchu so you know exactly what you're looking at. Just after 11 o'clock in the morning, I headed outside of the park there and made my way back down towards Aguas Calientes, coming up the stairs that I had come up in the morning time. And the hike going down was super cool to see everything with light. Of course, the views as you're going down onto Aguas Calientes is absolutely amazing. My biggest recommendation, seriously, listen to this, trust me on it. As you get later in the morning or maybe into the afternoon, the crowds can be unbearable. Go in the morning, wake up, I know you're tired, nobody cares. You will thank me later on this. Be one of the first people into Machu Picchu, I would say between 6 and 8 a.m. if you can get into the park, see the ruins with minimal traffic control. Dude, that's the way to do it. So now I'm back into Aguas Calientes, right? We need to make our way back to Cusco. I'm not gonna spend another night in Aguas Calientes. I've seen it all, I've done it all. However, make sure to look at the train schedule and buy your ticket in advance because of course the closer you get to your departure time, the higher prices go. And also make sure you really look at the different times and the different prices, because I know that when I went back to Cusco around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I paid what? $69, $70? However, the last train out of Aguas Calientes to Cusco was $500 plus. They take your money. It's an absolute scam. Make sure you leave at appropriate time and do your research to make sure you get the best deal available for you. So now you're on the train, right? You did it. You hiked Machu Picchu. You're going through your photos and videos. You still can't believe you made it happen. And you get to Ollantaytambo. Boom, once again, hop back onto the bus and make your way towards Cusco. Now, once again, stay on top of the altitude. This is something that absolutely kicked my ass. I thought I was accustomed. I thought I was good. I took my foot off the gas. When I got back to Cusco, right, because Cusco is actually a higher altitude than Machu Picchu, boom, the altitude hit me like a ton of bricks, and I really struggled the next couple of days while I was in Cusco, which was a bummer because there was a lot I wanted to do and see. I wasn't feeling up to it. I tried to rest for the rest of my trip, of course. So make sure, hey, take whatever medicine you have to. Continue to drink the tea or the cocoa leaves. It absolutely helps. Overall thoughts and impressions, right? Of course, going to Machu Picchu isn't necessarily cheap, right? It can get quite expensive. However, I would tell you, like I said in the beginning, this was honestly one of the best things I've ever done in my life. Seriously, you will never forget it. And now I'm like on this crusade, going up to random strangers or obviously friends and family or maybe followers or people who are watching this video right now. I'm going and spreading the word. Before you die, you need to visit Machu Picchu. I'm telling you. I got really excited to, of course, be there and experience everything, but at the same time, there was a part of me that did get a little bit sad, right? Family members I know or people that are older that have never been to Machu Picchu and might not ever have the chance to, they will die, right? They will pass on, and they will have never seen this amazing sight. And maybe one day, unfortunately, there may be a natural disaster that just completely wipes out Machu Picchu. I hope it doesn't happen, right? Because this is a treasure that needs to be protected at all costs. Do not wait. Do not procrastinate. Get to Machu Picchu, have the time of your life, and I'm telling you, you will not regret it. Trust me. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. If you've been to Machu Picchu before, you want to share your experience or maybe some tips or advices to people who are watching, make sure to drop that below in the comment section. We would love to hear from you. Remember, stay after it and sweat those demons.